First and foremost, I must thank the organizer, REFSA, for having me in such a very difficult time. You actually make me feel very difficult too. To discuss a very difficult topic, where do we go from here? I think it depends on the weather. Maybe Dangwangi, maybe Jinjiang. Worst will be Sungai Buloh. But on Saturday, Ambiga and I will be at Pasar Seni. In solidarity with the age. I actually write down like a speech just in case. I need to refer it later for whatever reason. Starting 16th of September last year, as chairman of Academy Belia, the Youth Academy, we started a series of roundtable discussion, or conversation as we call it. We consulted almost 100 non-governmental organizations, including the indie groups that come from the young, and they come with different names. Buku Jalanan, Sekolah Pemikiran Asyai TB, Universiti Terbuka Anak Malaysia. And the conversation is about how do we reclaim the future of Malaysia. We call it FOM, Future of Malaysia. What is the direction of Malaysia? I know I'm going to bore you with my speech because compared to the three other speakers, I'm the most not eligible. I don't have a CGPA of 3.85 anyway, so. And we can see that from all this discussion, and continue from that discussion is, of course, like Tonila. Yeah, I have my Facebook, I have my Twitter, you look at what people are looking at. There are lots of cynicism among the Malaysian public. Lots of anger. And this cynicism and anger has turned to become hatred. Yeah. And I think we need to address this. First of all, let not anyone hijack the Malaysian narrative. The Malaysian narrative is based on the Constitution. Our federal Constitution is probably not the most sexy in the world, not the most sexiest in the world, but it's still a very, very beautiful Constitution. We must ensure that we uphold the supremacy of the Constitution. And rule of law. Values like rule of law, principles of integrity, and so on. I mean, we all know about this. But what do I mean by don't let anyone hijack the narrative? Because this is what some people are doing. I'll give you an example. Mr. A bought a building somewhere in Timbuktu. You cannot sebut betul-betul nowadays, you know. Mr. A bought a building on behalf of Organization A in a place called Timbuktu at a price higher than market price. Yeah. Much, much higher than the market price. Should be investigated upon. What is hijacking of narrative means? Mr. A later on come out and say, look, I have sold the building on behalf of organization A, and we made a profit of 10 million. And because of that, the act of buying in the first place is okay. Now, we must say that is not okay. We cannot let anyone hijack the Malaysian narrative. The Malaysian narrative is supposed to be based on the Constitution, on the principles of integrity, on the principles of rule of law. It's about truth and justice. That is the Malaysian narrative that we all understand, unless there is another narrative that we don't understand. Now, what is the meaning of donation? According to the MACC Act 2009, Part 1, Preliminary, Section 3, Interpretation of the word gratification, means A, money, donation, gift, loan, fee, reward, and so on and so forth. So that is the meaning of donation. The rest, I think we know what it means. Yeah. Now, how do we then go about doing it? We must ensure that we continue with the Malaysian narrative. The Malaysian narrative is about togetherness. It's about unity in diversity. It is about inclusiveness. It is about achieving something better for the country. It is about building a great nation. For great people, Malaysians are great people. I mean, we can lose some football match, but Malaysians are, by definition, great people, moderate people, committed in upholding the vision of the nation's founding fathers. Who are our founding fathers? Tunku Abdul Rahman, Tun Abdul Razak, yeah. In case someone forgot, Hussein On, yeah. On Jafar, siapa lagi? Yeah, Dr. No. I'm talking about the Deputy Prime Minister who didn't made it as a Prime Minister, Dr. Ismail. Yeah, not all doctor got one name only, okay? There's Tan Cheng Lock, there's, Sambantan. These are great people, yeah? Including our fellow brothers from Sabah and Sarawak who joined us, who together with us formed Malaysia in 1963. So the supremacy of the Federal Constitution, the Rukun Negara, but we must also be in sync with today's new realities in anticipation for future challenges. And this is what Malaysian narrative is all about. I believe we all believe in building a great nation that all the people of Malaysia deserve, that is based on happiness, and achieve true fundamental values or trust like shared values, knowledge, civility, peace, unity, prosperity, social justice, democracy, opportunity, meritocracy, and so on. Malaysians must speak up. I may not agree with all that Tony said, otherwise I'll be joining his party. The one that I don't agree most is anything that you say about BN lah. But I will defend your right to say it anyway. We have to make an honest evaluation of the state of the nation. What are we today and why are we like this today? We need to critically examine the fundamentals, ask the hard questions, and then we move on. There are lots of issues. I may be echoing some of the works of Ambiga under Hakam and Maria with Bersih 4 and Azrul with Malaysians for Malaysia and Marina's work and so many others. Yeah, the list is very long. People are trying to do something for the country. But you can read a long list of things that we need to do, starting from having an independent election commission. You know? Well, at least when I was a member of the Supreme Council and of Umno and the Deputy Minister, I did say that the current EC chairman must resign. Well, I at least say that time, you know. I'm not the kind of people who say it only after you tak ada jawatan. People-centered parliament, participatory law-making process, and so on and so forth. I mean, this is not the time for it. Now, but there must be a timeline of doing things. This is something that I share with Tonila. It's between now and the next general election. Who will have to do it? All Malaysians who believe in the Malaysian narrative. There can be individuals, including the keyboard warriors, bloggers, vloggers, no, individuals, speak up and share. It can be groups of people, politicians or political parties, civil society organizations, professional organizations, the indie groups, the media too. I think we must really take off our hat to the journalists and the media who are trying very hard to report the truth. And there are two things here. Number one, there are various groupings of people who are doing something, and we need to talk to each other. Number two, we may not be agreeable on everything that every group is trying to do, but there must be something that we can agree upon, that we can sit together like on a panel like tonight. Tony may want to say ABCD. Kit may want to say DEFG. What will you say, Ambi? XYZ. And I will say, yeah, but surely I can agree with at least one or two of the things that you are saying. At least we can agree on certain things, because that's what Malaysian narrative is all about. We have never agreed on everything, but we agree on the fundamentals. And we need to do that, especially now. And when I say we, I want to end by making a special plea to two groups of people. One, Tony took away from me already. the civil service. My brothers and sisters in civil service, I used to work with you for 5 years as a deputy minister. I know there are so many of you who are trustworthy, who are committed, who are passionate, who believe in the Malaysian narrative. Just do your work and we will support you. It is the institution that makes a nation strong. They are the ones who are carrying the banner of each of these institutions. I agree with you, Tony. There are many of them. Some of them we know very well. We are not asking them to speak up or to go to Dataran Merdeka or Pasar Seni. No, don't do that. We know you just want to do your work. Go on doing your work. The people will be backing you up. Second is to my brothers and sisters in Umno. My brothers and sisters, many of you, especially at the grassroots level, cannot imagine any big number of money. You become a member of Umno, you work day and night during the election, wholeheartedly, only because you believe in the struggle of Umno, the original struggle of Umno, and there's nothing wrong with it. In the coming few weeks, there will be many Umno division meetings. My plea for my fellow brothers and sisters is, please speak up. Umno may still win general election 14. No, because of the election system. We all know how the election system works. Well, at least the former senior officer of the EC admitted something. We don't have to repeat it here. But I think Umno members must make sure that Umno becomes a party that is competitive in a clean and fair election. Win with style. If we lose, we are able to come back. I think that is what Umno is all about. Umno must be a competitive political party. And then it's going to be a fair playing field, equal playing field, because we all go, with the same intention of competing healthily in a democratic situation.